Hi guys, so I thought as I'm here today outside with the boys as they're playing, and it's February 1st, which by the way, I cannot believe we're outside playing, and I am like in a sweatshirt and I'm actually a little warm. It's like almost 60 right now. So anyways, I get a lot of questions on why our kids are so close in age and if we did it on purpose. So I thought I would just do a quick video on why the boys are so close in age. If you don't know, the boys are 10.5 months apart, actually to the day. What happened was we had been trying for 2 years before we got pregnant with Jeffrey. We actually were told that we were going to need fertility treatments, that we would not be able to get pregnant on our own. In the meantime, we had gotten married. We enjoyed our first year of marriage. Then my dad got sick, and so we then moved in with my parents, and it had just hit the 2-year mark of us trying initially to have a child. And we both switched jobs, and we were like, you know what? It's the fall. Let's make it through the holidays, and then we'll start treatments, because we didn't want to have the stress of going through IVF and all that fun stuff and deal with the holidays, because the holidays are stressful enough. Well, lo and behold, the following month we got pregnant with Jeffrey. So we assumed Jeffrey was that 1 in a million child, you know, that one kid we would have gotten. So that's how we looked at it. And through our whole pregnancy with Jeffrey, we just kind of cherished it and kind of talked, and we're like, you know, I don't want to go back on birth control after having him. We didn't want to prevent either, because we were like, you know what, say in a year, if we're preventing and not think of it, what if that one other chance of us having a child gets missed because we were preventing? Because originally we thought Jeffrey was going to be our one and only child. Even though we did want more, don't get me wrong, we did want more. It was just because we had been told we were going to have so many, you know, that we wouldn't be able to do it on our own. We figured Jeffrey would be our only child, because we were not going to do any fertility treatments at that point, since I did get pregnant on my own. Well, lo and behold, I went to my 6-week appointment after having Jeffrey, and, you know, obviously the doctor talks to you about birth control at this point, because now you can have sex. And I was like, no, we're not going to prevent, because, you know, this, that, you know, the whole spiel. And the doctor goes, well, just so you know, I know that you were having problems before, but I've seen it so many times that women have that one child and then it kickstarts their reproductive system. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I just kind of shrugged it off. Well, a week and a half later, I got pregnant with Robert. And needless to say, as much as I love Robert, do not get me wrong, I love that child to death. I really wish they were spread out, because it was very hard. I cried a lot because I was very overwhelmed with a baby as it was, because I was taking care of Jeffrey, working, and taking care of my father who was sick. And here I'm like thinking, how the hell am I going to take care of 2 babies and my dad? And I literally I just cried because I didn't know what else to do. Well, thankfully my pregnancy went really well. We had Robert. Clearly during this pregnancy we talked about birth control. And what ended up happening is after I had Robert, I didn't want to do an IUD, but I didn't want to do the pill again either, because I had been on it for so long, and we think that that was part of my problem, and so does my doctor. I had been on it for almost 14 years when I went off of it to try to get pregnant originally, so I didn't want to go back on the pill. Needless to say, I didn't want to have to remember to take a pill a day, because I had enough going on with 2 small babies. That I actually got, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's this tiny little rod. I swear it's like 2 centimeters long, and it goes in your arm, and it's good for 3 years. So we're doing that. So Robert will be 2 in a couple months, and so I still have a little more than a year. So we've decided that, you know, when it gets to that 3-year mark, we'll have it removed and then go from there. We don't know if, you know, if we have bought a house by then we may try to start having another baby. If not, we'll just prevent other ways. But we really want to just have a house before we have another child. I also personally would like them to be in school. And by school, I mean just preschool is fine for me, which by next year they both will be, or Jeffrey will start in this fall and Robert will start next fall. So and I'm not trying to be like selfish about it. Yes, I do like having them close in age, but because there were so many issues with both of them towards the end of my pregnancy, And just having two so close, my body just took such a hit that I really just want to relax my next pregnancy. Yes, I hear you, baby. Someone's trying to get my attention. I just really want to enjoy my pregnancy, see if I can make it full term, because I did not make it full term with either of my other, with the boys. So yeah, so that is why they are so close together. No, it was not planned. It was funny because we had always joked about having Irish twins, literally as a joke, and then we got them. Irish twins, if you don't know, is when you have two babies within a year that are not twins. So yeah, so that is why the boys are so close in age. There are pros and cons, I think, and I probably could go on for hours about it, but I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of why the boys are so close in age. So if you have any more questions, please put them below. Thanks.